This is the time of year I start thinking about things that I'm thankful for. And I like to play these things in my head over and over again in case somebody asks me, so I don't sound like an idiot. Well, one of the many things I thought of was technology. We should be thankful for technology, right? Or does technology just make us stupid?
Your clock's not broken.
This is a total waste of time.
Total waste of time.
Your host, Chris, has managed to throw common sense out the door.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The views and opinions expressed on this commentary are strictly the views and opinions of Chris. Chris, however, does not agree with his views and opinions 100% of the time, nor does Chris ever like to take responsibility of his views and opinions. Unless, of course, you agree with Chris's views and opinions, then Chris will take full responsibility. Thank you for your time, and please enjoy the commentary.
Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Chris. Good to have you here. Before we get started, ask yourself this question. Would you rather have your eyeballs sucked out by a mini version of the Hoover vacuum cleaner, or would you rather listen to me? Technology, is it good for us, or does it just make us stupid? But first, something very important.
People who love Chris Mail.
People who love Chris. He's really random. This has been People Who Love Chris Mail. Okay, before I get started, I've got to tell you the two latest stupid things I've done at work. And I always tell people this when I interview them, and on a day-to-day basis, I always say, look, I want you to make at least 25 mistakes a day because I love mistakes. Chances are, the next day, you're not going to make those same 25 mistakes again. And that's what I keep telling myself, too, because I need to hear it just as much as anybody else. Speaking of mistakes, you really need to take a look at my page here on Facebook, because I have a That's What She Said story. And those kind of stories are good around your friends, but, well, just read it. It's somewhere on my page. I really don't know how to tell you to get there, but it's going to make you laugh. Okay, the other night at work, I'm the only manager left in the building. Everybody else is pretty much gone except for me and the projectionist. Well, I go into the men's bathroom, and one of the stall doors was kind of messed up. Don't really know how to describe it, but anyway, you know, I'm taking my jacket off because I have to wear this stupid suit coat at work, and I lay it over on the sink before I go back there and mess with the door. And I am not a handyman, but of course the handyman wasn't around. So I messed with the door for like 20 minutes, and it probably would have taken anybody else with any kind of common sense, maybe 5 minutes. Anyway, got the door straight, and I walked back over to the sink. The whole time my suit jacket was lying there on the sink, my sleeve, I guess, had fallen over into the sink, and it's one of those little electronic sinks where you wave your hand in front of it and the water starts coming out. Well, somehow my sleeve made the water continuously flow onto my coat jacket the whole time I was working on this stupid door. So I had to pick my coat jacket up and wring the sleeve out and put it back on. So it's like one sleeve was just soaking wet and the other sleeve was dry, and it looked like one was darker than the other, and I looked really stupid. I'm just glad this didn't happen in the middle of the day. And that's just how I am. This isn't an isolated incident. I'm always doing something just dumb like that. But I will never ever place my jacket on the sink again in the bathroom. At least not within the next couple of weeks until I forget about it. Alright, this is stupid story number 2. I'm hanging out at box office, you know, selling some tickets. Got a pen in my pocket. This guy comes up and asks to borrow my pen. So I hand it over to him. He jots something down real quick, then he picks my pen up, and he looks at it and he says, "Man, this is really a nice pen." And when he said that, I slipped out of, "Hey, I'm manager mode," into, "Hey, it's me, Chris." And "Hey, it's me, Chris" isn't always the best person to have at work. So as I took the pen from him, I looked at him and I said, "Oh, so you must have ink penis envy." The guy just looks at me like I lost my mind, kind of shook his head, and then he walks off. I wanted to laugh so bad, and I wanted to go tell like 20 people, but I just couldn't. I mean, I just wish the guy would have had a sense of humor. We could have laughed about it. But no, he had to be all uppity. Guess the good thing is he couldn't go complain to management. I did, however, shoot this story off in a text to about 20 of my friends, because I wanted to tell somebody. And I'm thinking about creating a stupid story text message from Chris every once in a while, so if I decide to do that and you want to get on the list, just let me know and I will add you to it. That way you can at least make fun of me on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, something like that. Alright, so, wait a minute, what were we talking? Oh, technology. Why it's bad. It's not really bad, but this is just kind of how I perceive it. Let's talk about email. Email's a good thing, right? In a flash, you sent your message. You don't have to put it in the mailbox anymore. Lick the stamp. Wait 3 or 4 days for it to get to the destination. Now you can just email it. But the thing is, I don't even know if I can remember how to address an envelope. I mean, don't you put like a return address on it or something, and then does the stamp go in the left corner or the right corner? And phone numbers. All right, I can remember phone numbers from 10 years ago. But any current phone numbers that I should know, including my own, I don't know it. Because I can just click on the name and I call this person. So I don't memorize phone numbers anymore. Now what happens if I lose my cell phone? I can't even call my kids. Whenever somebody says, "Hey Chris, what's your number?" I'm like, hang on, let me look it up real quick. Gosh, I'm such a loser. And I hope I'm not the only one with this problem. Now, the absolute worst thing for me is the invention of the Magellan, the GPS. Now, back in the day when I used to go to Florida 3-4 times a year, and some of you know what I'm talking about, driven there with my eyes closed. And some of those late night drives down south, I think I did drive there with my eyes closed. I could read a map like nobody's business. Then I got a GPS. Oh, this is fun. I'll just type the address in. The lady with the sexy computer voice tells me everywhere to go, where to turn, what to do. Please make a left turn. Approaching interstate. Ding ding. I mean, it's just kind of cool. Well, the other day I took my daughter to the Regina Spektor concert. And I'm in love with Regina Spektor. After the concert, we waited outside for like 2 hours because Ashley, and I'm doing the little quotation thing with my fingers, wanted to meet Regina. Of course, we didn't get to meet her. But it was yet another bonding experience between father and daughter. And I'm getting sidetracked again. Anyway, I plugged in the address for the Ryman, and for some reason the GPS kept freezing up. So I freak out. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't have a map. It should have taken me about 48 minutes to get to the hotel. Or at least that's what my GPS told me before it freaked out on me. No, it took us like an hour and a half. And it's a good thing I was excited about going to the concert because we left early. Otherwise, I would have been late. Then, of course, when we left the hotel, I couldn't find the Ryman. I've only driven by it 9,000 times, but I couldn't find it because I didn't have the little lady with the sexy computer voice telling me where to go. On a closing note, the only invention that I think that is actually good is TiVo, man, or DVR. No more commercials. We are no longer a slave to television. We can watch what we want to watch when we want to watch it. That is sweet. The Office doesn't take me an hour to watch. It takes me about 43 minutes. The show 24 that I love only takes like 18 hours. Love the TiVo. Alright, I hope everybody gets to spend a lot of time with their family this holiday season. And until next time, remember this. Life is good, and I'm gone.
A total waste of time.
Catch it right here on Facebook or YouTube. Okay, that's good. I really gotta get a life.